Friday, December 14th. I know that on Friday there was an issue with the audio, so please let me know if you guys are having an issue with the audio. I'm going to pull up the chat up here on my other computer. Come join me live on YouTube, TikTok, stocks, and dark pool prints. All right, let's go here. Apple PS. Hold on one second. I'm going to put some Valley Spy FCAU. Whoops. Let's see. Valley Spy FCAU and more. Okay. There we go. That is done. All right. Just a little bit tougher when they won't let me. I don't know why I had the scheduling, everything was going well, and then somehow YouTube had to change it up, right? Right when things are going well, that they have to change things. All right. I see a couple people are live, so hang on 2 seconds with me while I get the chat up. Whoa! Okay, perfect. There's no feedback. Hey, good morning, Asif. All right. So, you guys are probably wondering, how on earth can I get to this room that's providing these dark pool prints for free, right? Well, you do get access to the dark pool prints. However, we really teach you all about trading the dark pool prints in the training pit. So this is just a little bit of a glimpse right here. And this is at thedarkpools.com. So I'm going to show you guys how to get there, right? Hello, Henna. How are you? All right. So when we go here, it's thedarkpools.com. Right there. Just type it in, and you see free trading room right here. You will have to set up just an account, just a free account, so that you are able to log in. Hey, Goat Liver. Hello, Frank. Frank, you would probably love this. So check this out. Go to thedarkpools.com. Click right here at the free trading room. And then you are able to get the prints right here. This is what you guys will see when you come in. And I'll say, hey guys, streaming the room live on YouTube so others will learn about it. Let's see. How do you like it? All right, let's see if anybody comes back in the chat. I'll move this so you guys can see really quickly. See right there? That's me live. All right, see Bitcoin rocking off of those prints. That was from Stephanie right now. She just posted that. So you guys do have access to look and see, hey, look, wait a second. We've got a couple prints that we saw on Apple today, right? Can you see my mouse? Maybe if I go over here. So right here, hey, look, we had a couple prints on Apple today, right? So let's look at Apple. We're definitely going to look at Apple. Oh, look, there's another one. 1 million print on Apple. Yes. So you guys definitely check this out. It is awesome. Yeah, Christmas colors. Like that still see one. Yeah, Christmas colors on the prints. That's right. So looking at it, this is where the prints again are, receipt confirmation that a trade has happened. And when you can have this extra information, hey, we know Apple is a really big player in the market. We see some prints are happening. Let's go and look at the chart, right? You guys can check out the room. Again, it's at thedarkpools.com. Upper right corner of the menu is the free trading room, right? It's right here, free trading room. All right, so let's look at Apple. So there's been a lot of activity, but first we're going to start off. Yeah, hey, Kyle. We will add that onto the list. SPLK, right here. All right, SPLK and Beyond the Meat. You sure? I think you want me to add on TTCF there too, don't you, Kyle? Yeah. And BAC. Yeah, you're welcome, Asif, for sure. All right, so we're looking at the SPY. This was from on Friday when I was helping someone one-on-one with a live trading session. We created that box, much of which we kind of see is happening on Apple today. It's kind of going sideways-ish for the day. Many times that'll be accumulation or distribution, and it will be, it will be a bigger move that will happen. Anytime you come down, there's low volatility. Typically, there's a big expansion of higher volatility. Let me move this chart over here. Let me move this down so that, right there. Now I'm not floating in the screen. All right, so the SPY. Let's look at it on both the 15 minutes and the daily. All right, this is not a very bullish symbol, right? That doesn't look very strong bullish momentum. We came up in the day, hit a price level, and now we've dropped back down. Are we going to close? This is my level for potential short trade off of the day. Yes, it performed nicely. I do create these every day on my watch list that you can get from cjanetrade.com. The annual version is 30% off through December 24th. So keep that in mind. Sorry, I just got a pop-up alert on the other computer in my face. Thinkorswim had an issue. So what's interesting is the Qs seems like we're really bouncing higher, but we're not able to break above 306. So the Qs were up, the tech stocks were up. However, the SPY is showing a little bit of weakness right now, right? We're below that level for a short trade. So it's interesting that they are not trading the same. And Apple is about to go red on the day, almost. We're up, right? We closed 34 cents below at 122.40. They went and they almost tested. Hey, John, good afternoon. They almost took it down below earlier in the trading day. However, they were not able to. So right now, this is what I'm just seeing on Apple. You guys saw from the free trading room. Hey, check it out. Check out the free trading room. We need to have a move one way or the other, really, right? It needs to really break above 123.25 right here, or back down below 122.30. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, guys, if you can, please hit that like button if you like all the content that I'm sharing. It helps YouTube to share that with everybody. All right, so looking over here, we see, hey, we really have this strong resistance at 123, right? It popped up for 2 days, then shot back down. So is this the setup for a head and shoulder? Many times on a head and shoulder, you will tend to see higher volume on that first left shoulder, and then the volume drops off throughout the buildup of the pattern until we break the neckline, right? So the neckline, I would say, is more right about here, 121. We'll put an alert down here crossing below 121. If we cross below 121, definitely feeling pretty bearish on this. It is setting up like it's just going sideways, right? Is there going to be some big news? I don't know. There could very well be a huge announcement. Maybe there's a problem with China. Maybe there's a problem with iPhone batteries exploding. I have no idea. I'm not an iPhone user. I know it's frustrating with Apple products that not all the software does run on Apple. But looking at it, this to me shows, hey, the momentum to the upside. Yeah, I have the Who on the watch list today, Hanak. We're going to go over that. So the momentum has really slowed down. It's not moving very quickly to the upside or the downside. On the weekly chart, right? Hey, we had a nice strong up week, a doji week, and now we're just sort of in indecision land, right? Are we going to come back down to 121.45? A little diamond shape over here. I wonder if they have a diamond shape. I don't usually use diamonds, but doesn't happen very often, so I guess I don't really have one. Let's see over here. Do they have a diamond shape? Scanning really quickly. No. Okay. All right. moving forward. It really needs to break one way or the other here. Like, it's just going sideways, not a lot of interest. And Apple is such a big player in the SPY and the Qs, likely the market will follow. So I'm waiting, watching and waiting, right? IWM, right now the Russell 2000, this is the bottom third of the 3,000 stocks. Is this market's testing everyone's patience, I see. Aha, freshest in the class. As a great saying from Warren Buffett, the stock market is a tool to take money from the impatient and give it to the patient. So good job in being patient, because you're saying it's testing everyone's patience. So nice job. I know you're being patient with it by saying that. All right. Dow Jones starting to pull back on the weekly. It's not looking that nice, right? We're starting to see some selling. Indecision week. Hey, if we come back down and we go below 30,000 on the Dow, we could very well be seeing a drawdown into the end of the year. We have this week, this is the last week that Congress is in session as far as creating a stimulus. If they don't push forward a stimulus, same thing with the Senate. Hey, nothing is going to happen until the new year. That's going to be a lot of pain for those people in the US that are suffering, needing assistance monetarily right now, right? There are a lot of stays that have been put off on foreclosures happening into the end of the year. So that would really affect people's holidays, unfortunately. And so are they going to be able to pass a stimulus? In which case, if they pass a stimulus, likely gold and metals are going to be going to the upside, and US dollar would be dropping as it's inflated by printing money. So all those things are things to look at right now. When we look at the VXX, I mentioned this on our daily back here. Hey, right now, every time that we sort of have this basing pattern, we tend to scream higher up to roughly the 50 simple moving average for a correction. So we've had 9 days of sideways action. It broke out on Friday. Now we're back up above. Many people are buying protection on their puts. That's what this puts on the SPY. That's what this will tell us. So it's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy too. People start following this. Hey, the VIX is going up, or VXX is going up, and that people will start to buy puts, then people will start to take money out of the market, and it will almost be a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So where is the highest volume? Down here at the bottom. We did have high volume here. If we break above 1844, this is an anchored VWAP from Brian Shannon. If you don't know who he is, check it out. Awesome guy, awesome tool, love it, from Alpha Trends. And so let's see if we can break above 1845. That's going to be my go-to. Hey, definitely bear hat on at that point in time. All right, let's get to the watch list, because I do have to be somewhat fast today. I do have my presentation with Ticker Talker at 12:45 today. All right, so Inseego, this is one related to 5G, really gapped up. This is out in California, and they make the wireless modems. So this was a sleeper I was watching for a while, not thinking it's abnormal to see it explode. All of a sudden it did have some price action associated with it. Today, really not a trade either way. Gave it a lot of space, so that one was a no-go. Then we also had Myrna that gapped up today, did provide a short opportunity, as you can see over here on the 15-minute chart. And when you guys sign up for my watch list, you will receive the trades, head-ups, both directions. So, hey, if this breaks out up above, awesome, then it's a great long. If it breaks down below, awesome, it's a great short. It's that patience zone that Freshest in Class was talking about, and that you don't necessarily want to get caught in this. This is the rush hour traffic of trading, right? Don't get caught in rush hour traffic where you don't know where it's going to go and you get frustrated, you beat your head against the wall. Go for the clear roads. Go for that exit that's got nobody else going there, or else it's moving quickly. That's the one you want to take. So don't get caught up in traffic. All right, Veru, however you say it. So this had a big gap up today. We talked about this. Hanak, did we talk about this on Friday or on Sunday? I don't remember. But I believe you brought it up before. So this one had a big move. It looks like indecision based on this candlestick. selling here, buying here, not going anywhere really. And our risk would be down here, coming back down to roughly $7. So feeling a little bit more short biased on this, starting to see that we have some selling pressure too on the wicks here, but it's been holding that 21 EMA on the 15-minute chart. So if it were to break below 916, I would look for potentially a 690 target if it breaks below 916. Otherwise, it needs to really break out up above 1060 with some volume. Kodak, so Veru and Kodak are both in pharmaceutical production now. Kodak is in pharmaceutical production. They stopped using their machines for producing film and instead are using it to produce vaccines. So potential sales increase for Kodak. I don't know what the news was on this day, but watching it, also drawing a little bit of Fibonacci right here, right? Hey, that's our 61, is over at 984. As long as we're able to really hold this, we might see that this is going to shoot up to above $16. So definitely keeping on watch for that price movement. I would love to see it break up above 1026. It does have 58 million in the float, so I'd be watching it for that. CCL had a little bit of upward momentum today, and it ended up opening up higher and selling off. Now, if we take out the low of yesterday's trading day, 21.28, which we came 3 cents shy, right? There's a good chance that it will go further. It'll come back down to 20.59, 20.58 right here at that 20 simple moving average, or even further back down to 19. We have potentially a test here at roughly 19.50, and then a gap fill potential down to 18.20. All right, NEO. I know a lot of people have been watching NEO. I've been bearish on it since it's set up here. And then we had the announcement of the secondary offering, and that was actually here. It gapped up, closed up, and the secondary offering came down to 42, and continuation moved to the downside. If it breaks below 39.20, watch out. It is a head and shoulders on the daily pattern, and we could see it come back down quickly, probably down to roughly that 28.60 area. So that would be my target to the short side if 39.20 broke down. JD as well had a big drop down today. Nice short breaking below 81 was the level I had to watch. CRISPR I had as a potential short because it had very low volume that brought it up here today, and then I gave it a wide range. Now CRISPR is a genetic pharmaceutical company, biotech company, and now it did have a nice trade to the long side on it. So awesome for if anybody was able to trade above. And you can see that this wick, it's really having trouble holding above 157. So I'm curious to see if we are able to stay above 157 or if it starts to somewhat implode and correct back down to roughly 110 on CRISPR. TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor, also a little bit of sideways price action, more selling power right here. It did have a nice long trade off of the 103.80 level today. Actually been up above all day, but on the daily it looks like it kind of wants to curl back down. All right. If you guys are liking the live stream, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. I'd love to share it with more people, and when the algorithm sees that people are liking the video, they tend to share it more. Zoom had another amazing short trade right here below 391.50. Came down to the downside. Look at that, $15 to the downside. That's a nice short trade, right? Totally missed it. I was teaching today. It's okay. Love teaching and helping other people. SPLK. All right, here we go, Kyle. Are you looking at this, Kyle, as a potential long? I'm guessing you are, with this upward momentum. Now, for me, looking at this to the long side, it would need to break above that 425, but it would also need to close really above 163 for me to really like this to the long side. And then it would be going into that potential gap fill mode, and I would look for up to roughly 185 over here. So it looks like it would need time. Yeah, FSR, I will add that on too. So looking for this, now sometimes what they will do, Kyle, is sometimes they're going to bring it up and they will fake people out, which is kind of what they did here. They brought it up and then it dropped back down. Now, timing wise, you're going to have to look and see how long is it really going to take for this to come to 180. You have to be realistic. If it doesn't break above here and it rejects the 163, it might be a fake out and it comes back down again for more time and then might create a W bottom. And so you might be looking at, you know, into the new year, like even January 15th, potentially for it to get that far, or even that third week, the 22nd, looking at it. All right, Beyond Meat. So Beyond Meat, I see we've got it over here, breaking to the upside today. Nice. It is in a bit of traffic jam, right? We've got this traffic jam zone over here. I would be waiting for it to break above 145. There's a lot of moving averages right there. And then I'd look at maybe 153 or 155 as a target. But right now we have consolidation, which is good. Consolidation or distribution, it's going to have a bigger move. We just don't know what direction yet. So looking for this to potentially break above 145 or break down below 136 would be my target to the downside. I would not do anything as of just yet on this one. I would wait for the higher probability trade. Hey, 145, yep, okay, maybe up here to 165, that might also be an area, 155, 165, or break down further, okay, a test down here at 128 when it goes below 135. All right, TTCF, another one similar to Beyond Meat. This one is lower float. We are up above the 50 simple moving average, and that 50 is starting to flatten out. So it's starting to look a little bit healthier. And if this is able to break that $20 mark, we're very quickly probably going to see a 22 and then 24 test. So you can see 22 was resistance over here. It was support, flipped to be resistance, and then likely 24. All right, Bank of America. So Bank of America, I see this up at the top, right? Right, and looking at it. Hey, maybe this is a distribution pattern right here. Or maybe they're going to take it and they're going to shoot it up higher. But right now, I see a lot of sideways. Not a lot of movement. Patience. Patience for that bigger move to happen. And then it's going to be a nice one when it does on this one, Mark. All right. All right. FSR. So FSR for Al Hajori. So this has a gap to fill. I like this pattern. It looks like a nice bullish reversal pattern right here. However, we need to really close above the high of this wick on the daily. So for me, I would like to see it close above 1582 for confirmed. You can see it popped up above and selling stepped in right away. There is this wick up here to 1598, so maybe it's going to go up to 1598 as well, which you can see over here is really a resistance area. Support flipped to be resistance now. So it would need to really break 16 for it to continue in that upward motion, and it's also in a downward trend at the moment. It looks like a bit of a shoulder, head, shoulder, gap down, found support, potential reversal, and maybe on that upward swing. I'd like to see it also close above 1720, have those moving averages, the faster ones, curling to the upside. All right, PLTR, freshest in class. So PLTR is still riding this upward trend. It tends to gap up, pull back, find some strength, gap up, pull back, find some strength, right? So we go up, pull back, strength steps in, up, pull back, strength steps in, up. However, it's not increasing, right? It would need to break out above 3022. It's coiling right now. So the strength is building up one direction or the other, and it's coiling one way or the other. Henek, what what info are you asking for me to share about the dark pool? Oh, if you actually go to the top of the chat, you should be able to scroll in the chat. It's at thedarkpools.com. Right here, thedarkpools.com. See, when I open on that, thedarkpools.com. And then if you want to learn more about trading around the dark pools, you can come over to the training pits at thedarkpools.com, which is where I was teaching this morning. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up for today, guys, because I will be on Ticker Talker in just a couple minutes, so I need to get set up with them. Have an amazing rest of your trading day. I will be seeing you all tomorrow at 12:15 Eastern as well for the live stream. So if you guys ever have questions, shoot me an email at jane@cjanetrade.com, or you can reach out to me on Instagram, Twitter, pretty much anywhere. I will respond to you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. Carpe profit, seize those profits one trade at a time, and I